Okay. See if they can hear. See if we can hear. What is? Okay. Oh, no, you didn't. I am so not in the mood for this today, Trish. I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
What? Tech issues?
So
please hold.
Not in the mood.
Joanne says, Wendy, where's your hair? Holy smokes, queen. When you cut it.
I know. I totally cut my hair, Joanne. Please.
I know.
Oh, now we're working. Yay. Now listen. I'm gonna pull this back, you. I'm gonna pull this back, you, because you get a little.
Yeah, I get a little
with the
crazy. That's fine.
microphone. We're gonna pull this
Bye,
back
boss
now.
man. You just hung up on the boss man.
Don't care. Whatever. He totally understands. He's busy anyway. He's taping another live show. What do you just
Sorry for the technical issues. Should we go back over some stuff?
I think maybe we should. Let's just go back over our stone for this morning, because I think that's very important.
So again, back to the snowflake obsidian. I'm so very sorry. The snowflake obsidian is made out of lava, coming out of that is being quickly cooled through oceans or rivers into a cool place, and it makes this glass-like substance. And then the white speckles are the ash or dirt that is left in it, because it's like a flash cool. It's very hot lava being hit by a very cold substance, and then it makes this really cool glass-like substance. It's not a very heavy rock.
Cool.
That is really cool. It's really pretty, like on a pretty cord or a beaded cord for jewelry purposes.
And explain to us, Trish, what does this do if I hold it?
It helps you find your inner self.
I think I need
it's
to
a calming
swallow
stuff. Don't. I would think that's probably a bad idea.
Helping me find my inner self?
Yeah, you're going to swallow it and find it.
I might need to carry this whole one in my bra. I'm just saying.
You're having issues today.
Yeah, I'm having some issues today. We're having a rough day today, but we'll get through it.
But it was really cool because the obsidian, when it was polished and done in flat, this was one of the best scrying mirrors. This is how you make scrying mirrors for future divination. It's because it's very mirror-like. It's really cool. If you get a solid lacquer piece. Of course, the ash part is not very mirror-like, but it is really cool.
I think I'm going to put this on a cord and wear this a little bit more.
Absolutely, that's fine. That'd be cool. I mean, I have a few of pieces around here.
I like that very much. It'll definitely go with my wardrobe.
Oh, it helps you to view unhealthy patterns in your own behavior.
I'm wearing it in my bra.
I don't tend to use this during my massage, but maybe when I go more into chakra healings and stuff like that.
I'm good.
Are you good? Are you happy now?
I'll just keep it right here all day. And I'll just ooh-saw myself all day because of it.
That's awesome. You could totally do that.
Well, yeah, I'm going to take this and put it on a cord.
And wear it.
It certainly can't hurt. Now come up here, Missy.
What is with the animals today?
I don't know. They're very frisky this morning.
I think the weather. They're over our 2 days of cold.
Very,
Joanne
very
says
frisky
that
this
the sound
morning.
is choppy, but there. And Anne Marie says that the feed just went out.
From what I understand, Bossman says there's trouble with Ustream today. So
we're sorry.
We can try one more time.
I'm getting sound.
Okay, that's fine.
We're getting sound.
All right,
okay,
we're getting
good.
Sound. We're gonna stand.
She got both back now.
All right, great, great.
All right.
I think we can move on to talk about
our weekend wrap
up, which actually puts us back on schedule.
Yay, we're on schedule. Kind of, yay. So our weekend wrap up. It's our Monday show, so we have to find out what we did this weekend. Wendy has been very, very busy. I, on the other hand, did a lot of homework, but I had one really exciting day.
Why don't you talk about that?
Well, you want to talk about your Friday? Because Friday you were really kind of upset with me.
Yeah, I was kind of. So on Friday, I had a regular boat gig, which runs. The boat leaves at 7 and comes back at 9:30. And anyways, if you'd like to come and see me on the boat and have a nice dinner, a beautiful, beautiful sunset cruises, you can check it out at starlightdiningcruises.com. That's STARLITE diningcruises.com, and look for the Starlight Sapphire. That is the one that I work on. I had a double on Friday night after the boat gig. God bless you. I had a gig with Chrome, my amazing rock band, at Jimmy's Sports Lounge in Largo. It was quite interesting. If you've ever been to Jimmy's before, it's a hometown bar. To be,
It's definitely a locals
it's definitely
bar.
a locals bar. It's probably the cheapest place to get drunk in
You will,
Pinellas County.
you will definitely not find it on any tourist destination map
No.
anywhere.
Well, they have Facebook.
They have a Facebook, yes, but
It's actually a great place for live music because they have live music 7 nights a week. Whether it be, I think John Ellis is on Mondays, and they have full live bands on Fridays and Saturdays, and of course Josephine's Machine Open Jam on Thursdays. So it's a really great place to go to for live music any night of the week. And it got very interesting very quickly. Usually Boss Man doesn't get out very much, but he showed up at this show. And what the really kind of funny part about it was, well, not really funny, but kind of scary at the same time. He showed me his phone, and the registered sex offender app kept going off, like blowing up.
he has an app on his phone that shows the proximity of registered sex offenders.
Yes.
Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes.
And it just kept alerting him that there is a registered sex offender in the area.
So that was kind of scary, but I'm just saying that was kind of funny. I just actually thought you guys might get a kick out of that.
I know there's a lot of fun apps out there for your phone. I mean, that whole tagline, there's an app for that, it has really gone above and beyond. But an alert for how many sex offenders are in your area. I mean, I'm kind of curious now, were they in Jimmy's? I mean, like how far away?
I'm
it
not
would be
really
kinda-
sure. I didn't actually, it just kept sending.
I need to find
stuff.
this app. So
We'll have to
Boss
look
Man's
for the
going to have
app.
to give me this app because
You
I
have-
want to, see like the
Right.
proximity of sex offenders. Not that I want to meet them. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't
Just
it's
want to
not
be
that
aware.
I want
It's
to meet
always
them.
good to be aware and have information.
Yes.
It's good to be aware and have
It's always
information.
good.
Well, anyways, it was a really, really good gig, and we are adding new music, and we've got lots of great things coming up for Chrome. And I will mention those things in a little while. There are different gigs that we've got coming up.
I'm sorry I didn't make it.
It's
We
okay,
went out
yeah.
to dinner and
I was a little bit upset with my best friend here. She tries to come to all of my band gigs to support me,
I do.
to take pictures and video and just have a presence of make sure I know that she's there. I mean, I know it's difficult for people to come out every time to support me, but I was expecting her to be there, seeing that we're literally live a block away. So
A little more than a block.
a little
away.
more than a block.
But yes.
You could walk.
You can walk. And I
when
went out
she
to
didn't-
dinner and
When she wasn't feeling well, and I didn't know that she wasn't feeling well because I didn't get a text or a phone call, and I was a little bit upset. But then I found out the information that she wasn't feeling well, and I just want to make sure that she's.
and I'm sorry.
And I'm glad you're feeling better now.
Thank you. I did.
And there
yeah.
will be lots more Chrome shows even this month for you to come out and support us.
I love Chrome. I love Chrome. I love the boys in Chrome. I love Rick. Rick is a hoot.
Rick Lopez, amazing guy. Love Carrie.
I haven't talked to Carrie much, so I don't know.
you got to get to know Carrie. He's great.
Carrie
He
very
really
well.
is great. I mean,
I
we've got some
know
great
enough
guys
of
in the
Russell.
band. We got some. Yes.
I know enough of
Yeah,
Russell.
we won't talk about that.
I just need, my computer's
All
being
right, and I'm
wonky
going to
too.
finish up my weekend wrap up by telling you that I had a double on the boat yesterday. And oh yeah, that's right. Even Saturday.
And Saturday,
there was-
because you had a wedding.
had a beautiful wedding on the boat on Saturday afternoon. I've got some pictures. I will put them up. Just nice, classy, beautiful dress. Small, about 45 people. They chartered the boat. I mean, this is just a great, great place to have a private event because you get the whole thing to yourself. No matter if you're having a cocktail party or something like that. It's good stuff. It's really good stuff. It's such a nice thing to do. Really, really, really.
What kind of songs
detailed
did you
stuff
get
in
to
it.
do you get to sing in a wedding situation that you don't normally get to sing?
Well, it depends on what they're looking for.
And a
Sometimes
dinner.
they just would like to hear things played. Like their first dance was "Is This Love" from Cinderella, the movie, the Disney movie. So it was really kind of cute and very
Is
sentimental.
that the ball song? Is that when they're
Yes.
dancing in the ball?
Yes. Yes. Come here, little one.
Okay. Macy's
And then we
being
had a
needy.
regular Saturday night cruise. On Sunday I did a double. So we'll keep staying on Sunday. What's nice about the Sunday cruises is there's a lunch cruise and it's light out and you can see everything. And I sing a little bit and then Captain gives you a whole history of Pass-A-Grill and things about the intercoastal, and it's very informative and fun. You get to see dolphins. I see dolphins every time I do a lunch cruise.
I love living in Florida.
And I really like doing the daytime ones because the lights are nice at night, but daytime you see everything. It's amazing.
That is really cool. And like when you just did Gasparilla just recently too.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
Gasparilla's a lot of fun. If you ever want to be in the boat parade, try to go on one of these Starlight Dining Cruises boats. We've got like 4 or 5 of them. Just go to starlightdiningcruises.com. We are actually right in line, right behind the Jose Gaspar, going through Tampa Bay and coming into the Port of Tampa. It's so much fun. It's crazy. It's good stuff. It's definitely worth it because it's like $150 a person, but you're on all day and they feed you twice, and it's really good. We had a really good time. I took a lot of pictures and video.
All right.
Ton of pictures. So we can talk about. Why don't you talk about you didn't tell me what you did over the weekend.
Well, on Friday, because I missed the Chrome show, I went to bed about 8 in hopes to just take a nap and feel better and go meet you down the street, and I ended up
sorry, squirrel.
I ended up waking up like at 7:30 the next morning. So obviously my body was like, no, let's shut down now. My weekend was kind of boring. I did mostly homework all weekend. I'm on spring break this week.
I wonder what trouble we can get into.
That's what I'm wondering. I mean,
I'm
a college student.
Yeah, I got stuff coming up. We can get in trouble.
Is on spring break. I mean,
oh, yeah.
aren't I supposed to now have like some sort of plan or something? I don't know. Maybe you guys could give me some ideas of what I can do for spring. Oh, that's an idea. Never mind. We have some notes from our meeting last night. And
Gino, we can't say that.
He keeps. Gino, yeah, we can't say that.
It's so bad.
But thank you very much, because now I feel like I'm blushing. Anyway, so but Saturday night I actually got to spend the evening with G-Note's family over here, and had a great time. Took lots of pictures, took video and audio. I haven't been over to. His family is a longtime friends of mine, and my witchy circle of friends. And they're great people. Great people. Love you guys, Sherry, Wes. I got to see Mark and Sally, who I haven't seen since New Year's, but before that, years before that. Good people. Really good people. They had a little spread. We had hamburgers and hot dogs, and G-Note supplied all sorts of relishes and the little sweet pickles that I love absolutely very much. And then there was pie and cookies and cupcakes.
Oh, was there bacon involved?
I don't think there was no bacon at all, actually.
That's
no.
Okay. We'll train him a little bit better. It's fine. No problem.
I mean, I have a package for next time if you want,
Just bring the bacon.
But it was very yummy. And then we had, Wes loves to build fires and likes to put stuff on fire. So I have some great pictures. He did like a little green man out of a stump, and he lit that on fire. It was really a lot of fun.
We'll put those pictures up on our Facebook page so you can see them.
And I got some video and some audio of them drumming and fluting and rattling and fire dancing. I got G-Note fire spinning. It was really cute.
And I burned some stuff that belonged to my ex-wife.
Yeah, he had a process.
Can I just talk about that for 1 sec?
Okay.
G-Note's going through a process right now. He actually just signed his divorce papers when?
Friday. Just after our Friday show.
Right after the first show that he joined us, he went and signed his divorce papers.
He's
going through a process
single.
himself. He's officially single, ladies. I'm just saying. So you just said that you did what?
I burned some stuff from our wedding.
Wow.
It was lots of fun, and there's a short video that I posted to my Facebook.
Lovely. We'll have to share that on our...
I don't know if we need to share that. It's fairly personal.
If it was that personal, he wouldn't have put it on Facebook.
Okay, well, that's fair. Mm-hmm. That's fair. So yes, it was an emotional and fun night from my perspective. Mm-hmm. I really appreciate your family inviting me, and it was really good to connect in that direction with them, because they're usually coming over to my house with my fire pit and the stuff I have going on here. So it was nice to see them in their own element, in their own fire pit, because your dad takes building a fire to a whole nother level at his own home.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying he needs to step up now here at our house.
Yeah, he works on things like we'll actually go out to yard sales and stuff, and he'll find things that are like cheap to put in the fire.
See, that to me, that boggles my mind. To purposely buy old junk.
That's just totally cool.
Is that not funny? To purposely
That's totally
buy
cool.
junk
To burn.
To burn, yes, with the purpose of, oh, this would look good in the fire.
I think that's totally cool. I'm down.
Like the bunnies, the wicker bunnies.
The wicker bunnies, yeah, there was wicker bunnies.
That was found at a large yard sale thing that was over at England Brothers Park a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they were
So
like...
he found them there, and I mean, I think he got them like quarters, something like that. Like, it was really cheap.
That's so funny.
Wow.
That is, it really is. It's very funny to see. Like Sherry said, she picked up the spiral wicker. Looked like it should have been a plant holder,
Mm-hmm.
and that went up really cool. It was really. I never thought of going to a yard sale with the intention
to buy something to burn it.
Buy
I just
something
think
to burn it.
that's cool.
But it was a lot of fun. So we have some video to edit and get up there of Michael.
And we will put it on for you on our YouTube channel and also on our Facebook page. I believe we need to talk about what's coming up.
Yes, what is coming up?
I can tell you what's coming up for me this week.
I'm on spring break.
You're on spring break, so you're basically doing nothing.
Nothing. I'm gonna
Which
probably
is good
rearrange
to take
the
a
house
little vacation.
bit.
That's great. Unlike me.
I want to rearrange the house to try and figure out how I can put you in my garage instead of my bed.
Do you need to tell everybody that we have to... We actually sleep in a king-size bed together. No, not like that.
We actually do sleep.
I will not cuddle with her. Sorry,
doesn't
I don't
cuddle.
do that.
It's a big enough bed that truly I can reach over and not even know she's there.
Yes. This is how we roll. Sorry. Sorry, Mom.
Usually what happens is all the animals are in the bed with us.
Yeah, well,
we have at least the 2 cats and Macy.
Macy, she does pretty well, though, in her kennel.
She does very good
pretty
in her
good in her kennel at night.
Last night we had both Winston and Dora.
Because it's cold.
It's cold. Sax has taken over Macy's bed. Oh, she's not there at the moment, but...
So on Wednesday, I have a dinner cruise. On Friday, I have a dinner cruise. On Saturday, I have a dinner cruise.
Don't you have a double on Saturday?
Yeah, I was just talking about the regular cruises. And then
okay.
I've got 2 cruises on Sunday, which is a lunch and a dinner. Like I said, if you're interested, please go to starlightdiningcruises.com. You want to come out and see me? It'll be fun. So we have 2 things else going on with Chrome this weekend. Saturday, we just got hired to do AmericanCarCraft.com, their first annual open house and car show from 12 to 4 up in Hudson. If you want some information on that, go to AmericanCarCraft.com. We'll be up in Hudson from 12 to 4 on Saturday afternoon, rocking it out. And if you guys know me, if anybody knows me, that's how I was raised.
Around cars?
I was raised, that's how I was raised,
Well,
being a grease
isn't
monkey.
Isn't that a New York Italian thing?
Mm-hmm. So getting back into my element a little bit, but yet entertaining people at the same time. Also on Sunday, we will be at the Weeki Wachee Swamp Fest from, I think it's 10:15 to 11:30 in the morning. They've got, Swamp Fest is going on all weekend long, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is their 20th annual. They're looking to have anywhere between 15,000 and 20,000 people. Should be very interesting and very fun.
That's a big
Yeah.
show because
Yep.
it's going
on all weekend.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
If you need information about that, check out Swamp Fest at weekiwachee.com. That's WEEKIWACHEEE. We'll put those posters up on Coffee Talk, and they'll also be up on my stuff. So if you're up in the Weeki Wachee area, the Hudson area, we'll be doing both of our shows up north this weekend. It's been a while since I played in Newport Richey or anywhere up there, so should be quite interesting to see some friends I haven't seen in a while.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful. Weeki Wachee is such a beautiful park anyway. I love the
really
mermaid
is.
show up there. I love the gardens up there. It's just
Mirabella's Mermaids.
Mirabella's Mermaids.
no, they're Ren Fair.
Uh,
Weeki Wachee has their own set of mermaids. Nope, Weeki Wachee has their own set of mermaids. The famous Weeki Wachee mermaids.
Ooh.
The world famous Weeki Wachee mermaids. They've had Elvis there.
Can I see that paper again, Gino, please? That pink
Yep.
one?
This one
No.
or this one?
the other one.
No, not that one.
This one.
This one. Well, hi there, Heidi. Thanks for tuning in. We've got all states being represented today.
We are big from New
Yes.
York to California. I think we need someone in like Seattle or something so we can
I
get
think
like
we
all
might
four
get some.
corners of the country.
Since you guys did not hear my plug before, I will plug it again. Our wonderful new little microphone that is actually working now,
Yay for microphone
and
working.
some more sound equipment that we're going to be using, has been provided today to you by Nicolex Music Island. If you need music lessons, please call Nicole Cognato at 727-698-7827. You can email her at nicolexmusic@yahoo. That's Nicolex music@yahoo.com. Check her out on Facebook, Nicolex Music Island. We will put her link up on our page. Nicole provides quality music lessons, quality private music lessons for vocals, drums, guitar, and piano. She does have monthly and yearly pricing available. If you mention Coffee Talk with the Divas, you will receive one free lesson. So like I said, thank you so much, Nicole Cognato and Nicolex Music Island, for providing our new sound equipment. We will support you, support local music and music teachers.
So, thank you. Yes, thank you, Nicole.
Yes.
So that's what we're doing this week. Although, do you have anything planned for this week?
Just the weekend. We're going to a Native American festival over in Divas.
Oh, that's right. That's gonna be fun.
I'm just biting my dog's
And
head.
then after here, I'm going to Busch Gardens to meet up with a buddy of mine that I haven't seen since before I left the Army.
Ooh, today?
Yeah.
Ooh, fun.
Very cool.
He went active duty and he's been in Germany for the past couple of years. And so he just got back stateside.
We should do that. We should interview some of the coming home veterans.
Yeah, I think that's
That would be
important.
kind of cool. That'd be very important.
I think that's definitely important.
So this being the relationship issue,
Yeah, we have the 25.
we have the 25 reasons you should not be in a relationship that you were going to read and
No,
we
no,
were
no,
going
no.
to discuss.
Look, you guys.
Oh,
None of you
did I
guys,
say it
look,
right?
All right, I have to tell you this. Here's the deal. I always take care of the inspirational stuff on the end.
Yeah.
When
This
I
is
was
gonna
going
be more of a discussion.
when
right?
I was going over this last night, I purposely had you two leave
right,
because I need to get your reaction from these.
right.
Things, okay. And I love it. I love you. See what she put on here? It says Wendy's rant. What?
Well, because I was
Excuse
at a loss for note words.
Okay.
I was at a loss for note
What?
words.
My rant?
It's not
If I
necessary.
really ranted on camera, nobody would listen to us ever again.
No, I think they would. I think they
You
would
think
tune
that
in
that's
just
funny?
for that. I think it's awesome. I think it's
think that
amazing.
that's funny?
I
My
love watching
diva
you
fit.
go off on a diva
Like
fit.
diva fit.
It's my favorite thing about you is when you go off. It's like, look at you go. It's beautiful.
I know, it's just like a release of tension.
It is. It's beautiful to watch you do that.
But the problem is everyone around me takes it personally, and then that's when we have issues.
well,
Okay, I'm done
everybody takes
talking
things
about myself.
personally sometimes, but I enjoy it. I like watching it. I know usually it's aimed at me sometimes, but I'm okay with that.
Normally, because I mean, there's only a few people in my life that I'm really close to, and unfortunately, I sometimes open my mouth when I shouldn't and say things that are not very nice.
I totally get that. I'm unintentionally rude often.
Okay, when I really don't mean it, it's just I don't have a way of a filter sometimes, which I usually do have a filter, but sometimes I go off book. Anyways, I don't want to talk about myself anymore. We're going to go on to something
discussion.
very important that I want to talk about today. I'm going to be reading from a website called feistywoman.net, so you can check them out. Feistywoman.net. That is FEISTW. Well, STYWOAM. I have not had enough coffee. One more.
Get the vocal cords lubed
Okay.
up so ready for this rant.
I mean, I could sing right now. I just can't speak. I don't know how that works.
I don't
but-
need you singing.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
All right. I have not read any of this. I've just read the tagline 25
Right.
signals
because I need,
you're not ready
I need
for a
to
relationship.
Get your.
Right.
Okay.
Mike, are you ready?
I'm ready.
This article is called 25 Signals You're Not Ready for a Relationship. You know, we put out vibes, whether they're subtle or in your face. People can sniff us out and know more about our motives, our own motives, than actually we do.
I've taken a shower.
And some of us are professing to the world that we're not ready for a relationship. But some of us are also professing to the world that we are ready for a relationship.
Okay.
When we may not really not be ready for a relationship. Okay?
Okay. Can I throw something in?
Sure.
I know I'm really not ready for a relationship, but I am dating.
Right.
Currently I'm only dating one person, but it's a lease thing. We have a
You got to rent to own.
we've got a rent to
Okay.
own kind of thing.
That's
We're kind of
good. That's
taking
good.
it.
That's good. Well, because maybe you're too busy rehashing a previous relationship.
That's possible.
Okay. Baggage City equals population 1.5. You're still fully vested in someone else's long gone yesterday. So when you really say that, yes, I am ready for a relationship, please take into consideration that it's hard to get on the right path when you are hell-bent on not getting over it.
Well, okay, for me, I do want to get over it.
I know you do. I know you do want to get over it, but these things that I'm gonna these things that I'm gonna say are actually go on. Gonna help a person on one side and then a person on the other side.
Right. I get that.
So in other words, it's really good to let go of your baggage. It may take a while to do so because you feel you've been hurt, you feel you've been wronged.
Absolutely.
But you're basically not going to move forward in anything unless you let go of that negativity.
I agree. Do you agree?
I do agree.
And some people are way too busy being disgustingly miserable.
Oh, no. No.
Oh.
Well,
We all know that a stinky attitude and a deep-seated animosity towards the human race in general lays the groundwork for scores of people to chase us down and beg us for a relationship. Do you understand what that means? Do I need to say that again?
No.
People will chase you down and beg you for a relationship because basically pity party
Right.
and the woe is me thing can pull people in
Right.
to say, oh, I can change that person. I can make them happy.
You can't change people.
No, not in this lifetime. I'm just saying. Some people.
That has happened.
Yes.
Okay, I will agree again with that statement because that has happened
Yes.
recently to
I mean,
me.
it just makes sense. It just makes sense that the misery loves company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm saying is misery loves
Do you
company.
get that?
Yes.
All right, okay.
Also, I think this pretty much maybe might be more aimed towards men, but
Yep.
women also. You're always worried about what your friends are going to think. My boys are going to think this chick isn't hot enough. My girls are going to think, this dude's a total loser. My blah, blah, blah. You have to ask yourself, who's going to be in this relationship? Me or my friends whose opinions don't mean anything at all?
I think that's definitely a concern for both male and female sexes going into a new relationship because I'm very close to my friends. I consider my friends my family. And if they're not okay with the person I'm dating, I have a harder time bringing that person around my friends.
Right. And that's exactly why I said what I said, because
I keep them separated for a reason. Because I want to keep my friendships with my friends. But
Okay,
I want
I'm gonna say
this
it.
new.
I'm gonna say
no,
it.
you're not.
Yes,
Don't-
I am.
Don't say it.
I'm going to say it. If they are truly your friends, they will accept you and anyone else that you want to be with and accept them 100% wholeheartedly.
Well, for me though, I do accept for myself that I'm going through a process that I'm not exactly sure what it is that I'm looking for next.
Right. I
So
know
I'd
that.
much
but
rather not bring someone around my close friends until I'm really sure about how I feel about the person.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I do tend to rant a lot.
Right, and that's another issue that comes into play. Here's another issue that comes into play. When the situation that you're in right now, you've got this right here, and then you've got your friends.
Right.
When something happens with this right here, it's talked about over here, and then
Yes.
these people form an opinion
Right.
of how they think this person is.
Because that's human nature, and that's what happens.
Correct. So then when you eventually plug this person into that,
Yeah, they
It's-
already have a preconceived
they have
notion.
a preconceived notion, and it's bad.
So that's a lesson learned from me.
Exactly.
Yes,
I mean, and people
agree.
do that all the time. You know,
Right.
because people need people to talk to about their problems and everything. But I mean, basically, we're looking at the point of your close friends really have to accept you for who you are and accept you for what you're doing and whoever else might be in your life at the time. But maybe when you speak to someone about them, speak to somebody who understands who you are and who they are and doesn't form an opinion. But that's tough because you want
It is tough,
you know, with
because
family and things like that.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I mean, you get excited about certain things or you get really angry about certain things. You want to get that out and share that information. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean,
But just know that people will form opinions of
right,
that
which is
person.
human nature, and that
Correct.
lesson has been learned.
correct.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying. I'm just
Gino
saying.
is being very quiet over
We
there.
may have to go over today because I have lots of things to still talk about, and looks like we only have 17 minutes left. Okay, let me.
Well, that's
on
all right.
that-
We
on
had a
that
technical
level-
difficulty.
On that level, you think people are expendable. I'm not saying you in general, but people think people are expendable. Oh, I can run out and find another one just as quickly, as easily as I found this one.
And see, emotions are not expendable. You're
Right.
That's time and energy put into somebody. That should not be.
You know, a lot of women say, I don't need a man because they're all the same, worthless, untrustworthy. You know, insert any other disparaging remark right here.
Right.
I mean, maybe you set your sights too low or too high.
What if you don't know exactly what your sights are?
Well, like I said, you're not ready for a relationship if you don't know what your sights are at this point. This is the whole point of this conversation. I'm not pointing it at you. I'm pointing it in general because somebody else needs to hear this.
Someone out there.
Yes, somebody else needs to hear this.
Maybe our viewer in Malaysia. Oh, in Sweden, we have a viewer in the Congo. I'm just saying. Okay.
A healthy medium is
In the
always good.
Philippines.
A healthy medium is always good to have as far as expectations go, because truly, no one is going to live up to your expectations.
That's true.
You have to be able to accept a person for who they are.
Mm-hmm.
The good with the bad.
Exactly, and
Good,
grow.
bad.
And grow.
Okay.
All right, maybe somebody out there is too anxious and too much to be in a hurry. I mean, I hear biological clock ticking.
Oh, my biological clock is dead now. Thank you.
Oh, if I don't get married by the time I'm 30, my God, I'm just gonna die. Okay, I might as well just funnel down the suicide. I might as well just commit suicide, funnel down the cyanide, and just get it over with. Okay, look, you need to slow down. Nothing says back the F up quicker than I can't go on another day without being in a relationship. Okay, I mean, I don't even know what to say.
Okay, for me personally, that is not a concern. But Michael is young and newly divorced. Do you feel a biological clock is ticking in you?
No. I kind of felt
That's
that
just
way.
because only reason that is right now is because you just got divorced like 3 days ago.
Well, I mean, part of it is like I felt that need to get married and get my life on track early on, and I think that's one of the reasons why me and my ex-wife had married so young. I mean, we got married at 22.
Yeah, that's very young.
And now that everything has happened, and I've seen that something can go from being what you feel is so right to so completely wrong. Now I'm just kind of like, okay, I need to pump the brakes and make sure that the next thing is really like the real deal.
Right, which
Like-
is super smart. I
Yeah.
mean, which is like very
It doesn't
right.
matter about time or anything like that. It's not. I don't have one of those expectations of by the time I'm 30, I need to be married and have a kid on the way or something like that.
Yeah, a traumatic experience like
Yeah.
that changes.
Yeah, it is what it is, and it will happen when it's the right time.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yep.
Some people are just basically too picky. I'm just saying. Some people are too picky.
I think you need a mirror there.
I mentioned being picky because there is such a thing as being too picky. I mean, especially when you've got barely enough wiggle room to be calling the shots.
Mm-hmm.
You get no kudos or sympathy if you're oblivious to making people run your obstacle course that is designed to make them fail against your overblown expectations.
That's fair.
Yes?
That's fair.
Do you
Yes,
agree with that?
I agree with that. I will.
Because
agree with
nobody's perfect, and you have to put yourself in an area of being open to another person and understanding that no one's perfect and they
Right.
also have things going on in their life. I'm just saying, don't be so picky because really you are just like them, maybe just with different issues. And going back to the pity party thing, I mean, so many people are totally far from being optimistic at this point. Woe is me, I'm never going to find a man, I'm nothing in this world without a man, I'm nothing anyways, so I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. I mean, really?
Well, see, and that's about
really?
positive outlook too. You
Well,
know?
that's part of, that's part of growing in yourself is having a positive outlook and being optimistic about your life and the people in it. I mean, repeating this over and over again, that cycle, it serves a purpose. It'll keep you from reaching your relationship goals.
Well, I think it could keep you from reaching all sorts of goals.
Well,
I mean,
anything.
really,
I mean,
life
basically,
goals.
if you can't see the finish line, then why run the race at this point? In anything. I mean, in your career, in family, in friends, in a job.
Well, see, I think you should go through life not seeing the finish line. In all honesty, I mean, really, you live for the moment in that time. I'm experiencing this amazing moment right now with you.
Right. No, I'm not talking about enjoying the moment and experiencing, and I'm talking about motions as to where I'm running this race and I don't even know what the finish line
Right.
is because I can't see it due to the fact that I'm so negative and I'm not optimistic. I'm saying,
Television.
yes,
Oh, okay. Okay.
that's what I'm
They're
doing by
seeing
that.
one aspect of things.
Okay.
This one in particular, next point that I'm going to make, I've been kind of looking at you and, saying some things to you, but this one is very particular to me.
Okay.
It's pretty much you don't trust anyone, including yourself. So recently I branded myself because I think how important it is to be able to trust yourself, to be able to trust others. So I do have the word trust on my wrist. I'm going to say it and I'm going to swear because it is what it is. I was fucked over so many times I can't even see straight. People are out to get me. And as soon as I let my guard down, I'm going to get fucked over again. Okay? This is what goes through my mind every day.
But see, that's the negative.
I know. No
outlet that
kidding.
you
Being
need to-
able to trust people is integral to being in a relationship or even to being with friends, anybody you want to date, anything. And trusting yourself to trust other people is non-negotiable. That's why it's going to be right here. And that's a daily thing that I go through.
Yeah.
Because people come at me in a certain way after their persona, wanting these things, just wanting this, when they really don't know me.
And see, I think I'm the opposite. I trust too readily.
Right.
I trust everyone just
Right.
readily.
So going on a daily basis, being able to trust myself and trust others around me. I mean, and these things are going to happen. You have to. Some people are just going to straight up let you down.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
in my case, my expectations are so high. You need to let that down a little bit. Trust yourself and let other people in and be able to trust them. If it goes south, it goes south. It's a lesson learned, and
Right.
this is tough. That's tough to get your feelings hurt.
It is. It's very painful.
It's tough, even after everything that people have already been through in their life.
See, my problem is a lot of people have what I like to call 2.5 pound universe syndrome. The average human brain weighs 2.5 pounds. So what that means is that that person's universe literally is just them. Like there's nothing outside of
Yeah.
them.
Oh, that's
So
deep.
it doesn't matter what other
Yeah.
people feel, what they react, as long as they themselves are okay with whatever their actions are, then that's all that matters.
Right.
That's why I have trust issues, is because people typically don't care about others.
That's true. That is true. That is true because they're so caught up in everything that they're doing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's good. Did you
That's-
get that?
was
Did you
deep. I
did,
got
did
it.
that
I got
did
it.
that
I
sink
got
into
it.
you?
I
Okay.
got it. I got it. I got it.
I'm not calling you out or anything.
I
but did
got
you get
it.
it?
I got it. Okay. Let's move on to something else. I mean, we don't, some people just don't know how to have fun.
True.
They don't let themselves go. I mean, sulking, bitchy wallflower much.
Oh my god, that was my...
You know, maybe you fly off the handle and shit bricks when someone tries to tell you to loosen up. I mean, being too serious and wound up too tight is a complete turnoff.
I
Smile,
will completely
laugh.
agree.
Smile and laugh, it works wonders.
I enjoy having a good time. I think I could have a good time in a paper bag.
But if somebody doesn't change, I know if someone out there doesn't change that, This
Right.
is, you are not going to attract what
If
you want to
there's a 40 in
attract.
that paper bag.
If there's
Yes,
a-
exactly, exactly. That, and I also know some people that make excuses till the cows come home.
Mhm.
He lives in a studio apartment. He has the makings of a beer god. He'll get rid of that lisp and and some back hair before I think
We can just wax
before I'll
it.
even think of taking it to the next level. I mean, if you're making that many excuses, you're not making the relationship a priority.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that means move on to the next. Look what you're looking for. I mean, you can't change people. They're going to be who they are. You need to accept them for who they are.
Okay.
Some people, because of bad attitudes or low self-esteem and low self-confidence, or just think that they're not good enough.
I think that's a human nature thing too.
Right, like who's going to want me? I don't have the perfect body. I'm not smart enough. I've got zits and funny shaped toes. I mean, that is something that people need to work on for themselves on the inside. You are good enough. You have to believe it before they will.
That's true. I agree. Sometimes that's hard. That's an
Well,
everyday
yeah.
that's an everyday battle sometimes for a lot of people.
Huge thing too also. Some people are just not willing to be patient.
Oh, I knew it was coming.
I must have this guy commit to me right now. I have to have a ring, I have to have the perfect wedding, and I have to get knocked up with triplets right now. Okay. Red flags are flying everywhere at this point.
Right.
I mean, it's no mystery that that stuff takes time.
Right.
But
I'm squirming because this is really an uncomfortable
look,
conversation.
girl, you need to
No.
relax and be patient. I'm not talking about you. I'm
I
just
know,
talking
I
about
know,
younger
people in
women in
general.
general.
I'm just trying to
Because Rome wasn't built in a night.
that's true.
Okay? Rome wasn't built in a night. And I find, and I am also guilty, I'll be the first one to tell you, I find, I mean, if we want to get personal, we'll say a few things that are personal. I find that people just jump in bed with each other too quickly.
Ooh, this coming from
They
the
don't-
great Wendy LaForce.
They don't get
That
to know.
is
They don't get to
huge.
know a person ahead of time.
Before they have sex with them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm talking about. I'm
And
just
that-
talking about.
And that goes against our plans for this spring break.
You can't do those plans for a spring break. I mean, it sounds fun and stuff, but I'm stranger danger, Mama. That's all I have to say. Stranger danger.
Just get the app, you'll be alright.
Just get the app and check it. You'll be fine.
Excuse me, can I get your name? Let me look on this
What
sex
is your
offender
name?
app.
Alright, we checked
Okay,
out.
sorry. This too. I mean, you basically you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you want to put yourself in a certain. You want to put yourself in a certain category. What you're doing is
I don't have a category.
what you end up, what
is
you
my
end up
category.
doing is you're dead set on refusing to date certain people. Does he make $70,000 a year? What does he drive? Does he drive a Porsche? I mean, does he have a timeshare in Cancun? I mean, check. What do you mean you're not going to buy me the engagement ring from Tiffany's? What? Wrong answer.
I think for me personally, to take that into a personal level for myself, I don't have that kind of setup. I don't really care, or at least I don't think I do.
Well, for some people
I'm pretty
some
open.
people that the money.
Right, that's a big thing for a lot of
And-
people for a relationship.
Yes, it is. I mean, give me a break.
I ain't saying she's a gold digger,
The
but
thing
she
is, you
ain't messing with no.
Right. And I will be honest, there's some choices that I've had to make regarding this issue. And they weren't easy choices, but I made them.
I love Mike's face.
Like, don't look at me. I just look. I made those choices, and it is what it is. I mean, money just isn't everything.
Yeah, you can't buy love, but you
Money
can
just
buy
isn't
coffee
everything.
and bacon, and that's pretty damn
And-
close.
Well, I mean, we can all buy coffee and bacon.
Hopefully.
I have, there's just some decisions that you make in your life to decide what is important to you and what's not.
Right.
And I made those, and I will continue to make those.
Okay.
As difficult as it can be, because again, I did not listen to my mother's
Advice.
She always tells me two things. My mom tells me two things, whether it wasn't funny or she wasn't serious, but sometimes she is serious. And one of those is you can fall in love with a rich one just as easily as you can fall in love with a poor one.
I think that's a mother's advice to a daughter because,
Yes.
she wants to make sure her daughter
Yes.
is taken care of.
And she also tells me, kiddingly, jokingly, because it's really not, money isn't really that important. But it's way ahead of what's in second place. This is what my mother has told me. So I need to be very careful as to what I do. No, Mom, I love you, really. I know why you said that to me.
This is
I
the
do.
advice of a well-bred woman.
Yes. But some people just, they like get off on being unhappy and miserable. Do you know what I'm saying? A pity
Yeah.
party again.
Yeah.
They find the darkest
Yeah.
corner of the room and they mosey on over and they cry them crocodile tears and they eat crow because that's all they've ever known.
Right.
If you don't want to be happy, you will always do your best to ensure happiness will never happen.
That's very heartbreaking.
It is. It is because people see themselves in that way. Maybe because of how they were raised, or maybe they don't feel good enough about themselves to believe that they deserve to need to be happy.
Right.
Well, it's like that video that I shared on my Facebook, the one where they're talking about the lady who had like the big like birthmark thing on her face.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even though she's got a loving husband and she's got kids, she still doesn't feel pretty.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
So
So
people-
basically,
people
this
will
all
say-
comes
Going back
from
to love
inside.
your-
It-
love
right. It all
yourself.
comes from the self-esteem and the self-confidence on the inside.
Right.
All
right, what's the next one?
Oh.
Really? Where are we? What number are we on?
This goes for the younger crowd. Partying, living at home with your parents, not having a job is more important. So basically these three things are pretty self-explanatory. It's rather obvious
Michael?
that you are not ready to grow
That's
up.
not by choice.
Not ready for a relationship, moving on, and rightly so. Okay, next. So yeah, and because I will again personally say everybody around me kind of gives me a little bit of an issue when younger musicians come around, and just because I have a kind of personality that draws in people, I get
specifically
teased.
younger,
Yeah,
cute people.
I get teased because they think that I'm being
there's,
inappropriate.
there's already been discussions between you and Mr. Gino here.
Exactly. Not saying that I don't have a past of doing a few inappropriate things, but we all do sometimes do inappropriate things. So I'm just saying. I don't date musicians anymore. Okay, sorry. Especially ones that are in my band. No, not good. Okay.
Right,
I don't
you
date
don't-
musicians regardless.
Well,
I mean,
that
this
should
is
go
my
with-
workplace, and
Yeah.
it is what it is. But sometimes things happen. So anyway.
You don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Here's another reason why you're not ready for a relationship. You don't know where you see yourself in 5 years.
Dude, I don't know where I see myself in 5 days.
Really? My goodness, you haven't even thought of where you see yourself in 5. Exactly. Relationships really do require an element of planning. A good indicator for someone is that they're ready for a relationship is if the rest of their plans actually coincide with being able to thoughtfully plan a relationship. It's all good, sweetie. I'm not picking on you. I swear to God. Someone else needs to hear this. Okay. Yeah, okay. I will move on from that and let that one go. You can, spew at that one later. You hate being alone. Crying yourself to sleep every night. Praying to the relationship gods to send someone down from the relationship heavens to save you from yourself brings total hopelessness.
Well, in my situation, I have you to sleep with.
What happens when I move out?
No, I like it actually when you spend the night at E's house because I get the bed to myself and I do like being alone.
Right.
I relish the times that I get to be alone because for me, it is a reconnect of myself. And, whether I want to sit around in my underwear and play video games because I can do that sometimes.
Right.
I do that.
So basically, being alone and or being in a relationship should always be workable and okay for you, like always.
Okay.
Say I don't. In fact, I don't really need a man to be happy. In other words, that's just breaking it down.
Right.
Okay. And don't play the victim. Really. Every time I do something, I get kicked in the ass, and I'm always the one.
Yeah.
Who gets
No,
the
I'm
short
with you
end
on
of the
that one.
stick? I don't pick them; they pick me. That's bullshit. Sorry, I'm sorry. Did I say that out
That
loud?
was that.
I call bullshit.
Oh, I have heard that recently. I don't chase. Oh, that's what I was told by
you
one
need-
person.
definitely.
I don't chase.
You need
I don't
to
chase
own up.
after. I get chased.
Right. Own
I
up
don't
to
chase
your own end
to.
of the
I
deal.
get chased after.
Yeah, own up to your own end of the deal. I mean,
Right.
it always takes two to screw things up. So when you're hearing something that's somebody that you're dealing with now,
Right.
you're hearing a past relationship, or he did this to me, or she did this to me. That's one side.
Right.
There's
Absolutely.
3 sides.
Yeah.
Tell me what they are.
Your side, their side, and the truth.
Thank you.
Yeah. There's always 3 sides to a story.
There's always 3 sides to a story. So it's not really, and when you hear things from other people like that, it's really their perception of what they've gone through.
Right.
And a lot of that stuff, I'm not saying that it's not true.
Right.
But they're also personally comes in because their feelings were hurt.
Yeah.
And everybody goes through that kind of stuff.
And a lot of anger is hurt.
Right.
is
What you
pain.
need to do is let that out, let that stuff go, and you move on in what's important in the in the realm
In the
and circle
current.
of what you're doing now.
Right. Okay.
The same thing was you were burned bad.
Everybody was.
You were
Everybody.
cheated on to your face in front of everyone. You're the last one to know. The pain of that can always be raw and fresh like skin knees. You know what I'm saying? But
Or on the other flip side, you could be the one that did the burning in a certain relationship. I mean,
Right,
I think I've been on both sides of that
Right.
coin in a relationship.
going back to what we're saying, the kind of person that's still feeling those things, not ready for a relationship
Right.
because of the fact that
It goes back to trust.
You're gonna
again,
need
too.
you need that like a broken leg. I mean, you need to let go of go through the process and let go of what has happened so you can move on to something else.
Right.
So it just totally makes sense.
Do you guys know anybody named Phil Martin? Just out of curiosity.
Not that I
Uh-oh.
know of.
Okay, because he commented and said, "Wow, the one in blue is so hot."
Oh, yeah. Look at you.
Obviously, I'm not ready for a relationship. But thank you.
This one is kind of important. You don't like the person you're dating.
I think that is an important one.
Don't you think you kind of need to like the person at least?
This may be the only palatable and justifiable reason on this list. I mean, basically looking at the person that says, I do not want a relationship with you. This is permissible and understandable, but just make sure you're not leading the other person on.
We have comments from the Peanut Animal Gallery over here.
Oh.
No, don't jump up here. Just nothing sense.
I think that's fairly important. You
Well,
have
yeah,
to
I
at
mean,
least
that's
like
just
the person.
basically.
It may
common
not
sense.
turn into a
That's common
love,
sense.
but at least you should
Yeah,
like the person.
Right.
yeah. Otherwise, you're just leading someone on.
Yeah,
you're wasting
then
their
that's-
time
and
and
then you're
yours.
choosing to look at that person as being expendable.
Yeah,
Good call.
definitely.
Okay, that's a good one.
I think this is major. This one is major. Basically, you're a relationship martyr. I'm going to go run out and find the emotionally bankrupt guy, the married guy, the guy who doesn't call or show up, the guy who told me he doesn't want a relationship with me, and I'm going to love him with all my might. And he is going to love me, and this is just how it's going to be. If you're constantly chasing relationships that belong to the dead zone, you're not ready for a relationship.
Okay, yeah, okay. All right.
And women do that.
Men do it too.
Men do it too.
I have a friend who did that, like, for almost, I don't know, probably like 6 or 7 months. Her and her boyfriend had broken up, and she kept pursuing it, and he didn't want anything to do with it. And finally, she broke him down, and now they're back together. But I really don't see it going anywhere because.
Well, yeah, because now he just feels sorry for
Yeah,
her.
there's a reason they broke up in the first place.
Right. I mean, I've had the issue come up where communication wasn't so good that I don't know if it's ended or not. I mean,
Right.
I would really appreciate someone going, yeah, no, this is done, instead of just simply falling off the face of the earth.
Well,
and,
unfortunately, 99% of the time, people just don't get closure
see,
and won't give it.
this is on. I mean, I've just gotten out of a 15-year relationship, and this is very new to me. I mean, I don't remember a time where I had to go through dating. I mean, I kind of remember dating before this, but this is all very new to me. I feel like a teenager trying to figure out what it is I need to learn, what lessons I need to learn, and what I need to find for myself for another partner or something like that.
Right.
I'm not looking to get married. I don't want to get married. I I know the things I don't want,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe they're still coming from a bitter place, but I don't know what I do want. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think the list of what I don't want is more palatable and understandable than what I do want.
Thank you. Nice. Nice. All right, look. I only have a few more things to say about this because we're probably over. But there's maybe like 2 or 3 more points I want to make before we finish this. All right.
Is that the next one?
Yes. You want more than what most people can actually give.
That goes with having high expectations.
Well, exactly. You want the fairy tale. You want to be rescued and carried away from the burning flames of relationship.
I'm not Cinderella.
Okay, you want the perfect guy to write your name in a sky, give you the gold bars, S with I love you, and blah, blah, blah. That sickening, whimsical, head in the clouds romance novel stuff
I don't
simply
read
just does not
I agree.
exist.
It doesn't exist.
If you're not down to earth and understand how a person feels and what they do and why they do, and not, that's just another reason, high
There needs to be
expectations.
realistic goals.
And if someone starts off the relationship being that like uber romantic, it's
And
not
over the
going
top.
to last.
Right.
'Cause
Yeah.
eventually they'll get tired of that. I mean, honestly, I did it when Miranda and I first got together. I mean, I did everything that I could to be as romantic as possible, but eventually you're just like, holy shit, this is a lot of work.
It's expensive. It's a lot of work.
It's
It's
exhausting.
it is exhausting.
Right. And some people just
Bill
aren't.
Martin says she needs to be in Playboy.
Oh, okay. Well, we can talk about that. We can talk about that on our next show. It's because the girls
I
came
got
out
the
to play
girls out this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I try
This
to.
is all fake, really.
I
This
try-
is
I try-
this is
those
movie
are the-
magic.
That's what's
It's movie magic.
It's chicken.
not
It's chicken
It's
cutlets.
chicken. Well,
It's
this
chicken
one's the-
cutlets. Jimi Hendrix is covering mine today.
Okay.
Anyways, okay, I've got a couple more things to say. One of them is, you're not in the right frame of mind.
Okay.
If I can just be in a relationship, everything else in my life will fall effortlessly together. I'll have everything I want, and finally my life will be amazing. What?
Yeah, no.
Actually, it's totally the other way around. Get in the right frame of mind first, and then the amazing relationship will find you in no time flat.
Yeah.
But you can't say that, oh, I want this, and if this is what I need, and that's going to make
It'll
everything
happen
happen.
when it's the right time.
Exactly.
It'll happen when it happens. AJ and Laura and I had, AJ and I had a conversation about that.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
they keep putting time limits on it. I don't like the idea of time limits of stuff, though.
Right. One other thing I want to talk about, and then we will finish, and we'll just do a few things right after that, is I think this is more having to do with women than it is with men. You don't want someone who treats you right.
I don't know. I know a lot of men who are in relationships
Okay.
that
Okay.
they are treated like doormats.
Being attracted to assholes serves its purpose. Here's the purpose. It keeps you from having the relationship you want and deserve. I have said this time and time again, but I think I'm just still shooting myself in the foot. Okay, it is so hard, especially in my line of work. I'm an asshole jerk magnet.
I'm a weirdo magnet.
I'm a jerk magnet. I'm an asshole magnet. This is like what I attract.
I have a theory about that. Typically, the nice guys, the one that women want to be with, are intimidated to approach hot women because I
have
fear
heard that theory.
rejection,
Right.
Or they think that that woman is out of their league, whatever. So the people who do approach those hot women are the assholes who are overconfident, and so they're fuck it, I'll just put myself out there. And so when that's all you get thrown at you, that's what you're going to end up taking.
Right. No, that makes sense.
So
That's a
basically,
good
the
theory.
nice guys need to grow a pair of balls, step up,
And just
put
be
themselves
honest and
out
be
there.
trusting.
Right. Well, you have to trust yourself to be able to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
And and that you're exactly right, because a person like me, and when I'm in public, I'm like larger than life. I mean, it takes major balls to come up to me and say something.
Right.
And it's usually the asshole that does it.
Yeah.
It's not usually the nice guy.
Yeah.
You know, because of the way I carry myself and the way I put things out there.
The
Right.
conceited, narcissistic douchebag.
Exactly.
Right.
So, you know, I mean, if you want someone who doesn't treat you right, you are definitely not ready for a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is what it is. What it is. So, I mean, I think that those points are very important.
Those are very good
to someone
points.
who's, you know, who says that they are ready for a relationship, but they're really not ready for a relationship, because it's some things that you have to work on yourself on your inside.
Right.
Or if they're that ready, then they need to make the first step. This is not the 1950s.
Right.
A woman can ask somebody out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
I think the woman can be just as forward as any
Yeah.
man.
And the age that we're living, you need to be able to take control of your life and be like, hey, you know what? That guy's hot or whatever. He's smart, intelligent, awesome. Take that step.
Right. Absolutely.
Now that we've gone 15 minutes over.
Well, we had a big technical difficulties
we had some
first
technical
thing.
difficulties in the beginning, but
the
we just
beginning.
wanted to go over everything that we did before. And before we say goodbye for the day, again,
Nicolex Music Island.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook.com/Nicolex Music Island.
Yes.
Is responsible for our super awesome new
equipment. Thank
Equipment.
you, Nicole
Thank
Cognato,
you.
so much. Monthly and yearly pricing available. Check her out on Facebook.
Tell her-
Nicole X Music Island.
Tell her Coffee Talk with the Divas.
Call her
sent
at
you.
727-698-7827. If you mention Coffee Talk with the Divas, you get one free lesson. You won't be disappointed.
Were we gonna also? So as we close out the show, I have some really fun ideas of what we're gonna do with Michael as we go along in this
All
show.
right, hurry up, because I have to pee.
Oh,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, Wendy LaForce has to
I have
pee.
to pee really bad.
Well, we were gonna do what people can do throughout the week. So, like, your inspirational thing for the week is that's where that
'Cause
horrible
I'm
comment
always
that we
bored.
can't. Mike is always bored, so we have to figure out what Mike needs to, what trouble we can get Mike into. We got to put more pictures of Mike up
Yeah,
there.
send us some show ideas for how we can completely torture Michael.
We need to haze him, basically. Is
Yeah,
what
we
we're
need
saying.
to haze him, so let us know what you think.
I have some ideas about sending him into a club with a camera and giving him a list of really horrible pickup lines that he has to go
so funny.
hit on various women with these horrible pickup lines and see
And see how far
and
he
see
gets.
how far it
'Cause some
goes.
people that we
And then
talked about
interview the
saying
woman
it's probably gonna work.
as to what
It may work.
if it works,
may work.
be able to interview the woman. And even if it doesn't, I'd like to interview the woman and say, well, okay, really, why didn't it work? Mike is a good-looking guy.
Let's suit up.
I would give him a chance with a horrible pickup line because he is a good-looking guy, but I don't think it would go very far other than the chance,
All right, you can check us out again on, what day is it? Today's Monday?
Today's Monday,
You can
so
check
our
us out
Friday
on
show.
Friday morning. We will have all sorts of stuff about what we did over the week, how we're going to torture
Michael.
Gino.
I'm gonna I have to figure out something to do for my spring break. Can I go to Daytona? Am I too old to go to
You
Daytona?
can't go to Daytona. Your chicken cutlets, you cannot go to Daytona.
No, Clearwater Beach. Am I skinky enough for Clearwater Beach or?
Yeah, you could go to
I could
Clearwater
go.
Beach.
Okay.
I just have one more thing to say. Support local music, you guys. We work hard for you.
Support massage. Remember, I'm a massage
Yes.
therapist.
Hello.
Massage
Plug
by
yourself.
Trish on Facebook.com. I had a huge week last week. I do have a very busy week this week.
Call her. Maybe she
call.
can fit you in.
It's possible.
I need a massage. I live with her. I can't even get one.
I know.
Are you kidding?
Macy gets massages.
Yeah, sure. Macy gets more attention than I do.
She falls asleep when you massage her.
Look how beautiful she is.
Look at the eyes. They just go.
Rescue a pet. It'll be
Rescue
the
a
best
pet.
thing you ever did.
So from
She's my biggest fan.
Trish, Wendy, and G-Note, do you have
And
anything
Macy.
else?
I'm good.
G-Note's good.
See you guys on Friday.
Mwah!
Bacon love.